Hello there, Golfer here, and welcome to my Let's Play of Baldur's Gate 3. I was going to come back to camp and do some prep work before talking to people, but unfortunately, it's thrusting me straight into the dialogue, so I can't believe the devil just took us and helped snap his fingers, so again I'll wring out his neck. I'd enjoy watching that.
I knew I liked you. Raphael was his name, right? He's trying to... He knows we can't win. I'm not playing. Glad you're not either.
Stay behind camp for now.
Really?
You heard me. Yada yada. Yeah, so interestingly enough, even though I said that, she doesn't seem to care too much. So we're gonna do a bunch of talking. I'm worried about some stuff. So I think I used up all her second level spells. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna respec her off camera real quick.
With haste.
Okay. So now we'll go talk to people. First, we'll go over here.
Do you feel as flattered as I do? Fighter to dine with a devil.
Save failed Arcana. Dining with a devil is a bad taste in my mouth.
Yes, they offer you an apple, but they're the worm that lurks within. Still, don't let his bluster fool you. All that talk of desperation, it merely illustrates his own. I think he wants something from us, badly. And in that knowledge lies our opportunity.
Yeah, I'll remind you of that. Well, you always draw the short straw.
There's no such thing as an absolute certainty. Let me play the devil's advocate. The man is too eager. Do not dismiss his offer out of hand. If there's one quality all the denizens of the hells embody, it's ambition. Quality they share with many humans, come to think of it.
What do you think Raphael's ambition could be?
I'm the foggiest. But, based on the evidence before us, we can make certain deductions as to why he sought out our merry band. Fact one, there's something very strange and very powerful about our tadpoles. Fact two, a devil offers to take it away. Devils aren't known to aid mortals out of simple kindness. Whatever Raphael wants, we must be the key to getting it, along with our tadpoles. So, I say for now, we wait. If I'm right, Raphael will seek us out again, and when he does, there's a mighty bargain to be made. Remember his Cormyrean rhyme? Down came the claw. Perhaps we should start growing our nails. What's on your mind? Apart from finding me an artifact to consume, which I assume you're pursuing with the appropriate urgency.
Yes, I think I have a magical artifact you'll be interested
That is
in.
most gratifying to hear. May I?
Give Gale a magic artifact. I have... That's fine. I want to keep that, want to keep that. So I have Fleet Fingers, which I don't care for at all. So, can I do more than one at a time? Do I hold control? Is that curiosity? No. We're going to give him the Fleet Fingers, because I do not care for that. I already have more than enough gauntlets than what I have. I don't see any characters that can use that. Oh, I can do it. Okay, and then the Blazer of Benevolence. I do intend to have a barb, but that's not for much later. There's going to be better armor down the road. And 4 temporary hit points isn't that great, so... And the armor class is pretty bad, so...
I might need you to be more specific there. Just one artifact will suffice.
Oh. I'll give you what you need. Interesting. So there's one, and that's it.
Thank you.
I'm not sure why they give the option to do multiple then.
It is a strange experience. Each time anew. Like Lost soul is spelunking through the darkness that is me, only to be sacrificed on the dread altar of the heart. But this doesn't feel quite right. I mean, it never feels right, but it relieves. This doesn't relieve. Oh.
You're right. Is there anything I can do to help you?
You do plenty for me, more than you realize. But this cannot be remedied. The magic isn't having the effect it should have. It's not like the last time, like a rainstorm that quells a forest fire. It merely drizzles. The embers still sizzle, the fire remains undefeated. I'm not certain what's going on, but nothing good. Please, I need to think. I need to retrace my steps to a glade of calm and think. Thank you for the artifact. A great deal of trouble it was too. A great deal of trouble indeed. What's on your mind?
Well, I was wondering, why does it require magic?
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
I'm not going to give him another artifact because he's not hungering at the moment. That's it for him. Volo I'm going to keep around for a while.
The goblins still infest the roads. As long as their leaders live, Zevlor's people are trapped.
What do you make of Raphael?
He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse.
I guess he couldn't reach the coins he put in.
The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think?
With the right teacher, yes. What are your thoughts on the devil? What would be the best? Did I go the wrong way? Gosh darn it. There we go. Yeah, spare me the parables. I was thinking either this or this.
That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
All right. How did you come to the Blade of the Frontiers?
My father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse bled into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
What act could be finally saving a life? He must have felt proud. Whatever came of the boy, I wonder. Gospel, running to God, everything I worked up about.
Proud? No. Angry. Angry at the monsters preying on innocents. Angry at the so-called good gods for tolerating the cruelty of the evil. Angry at myself that it took so long for me to see
evil to have good.
Suffering. The frontiers demanded a blade. And so I heeded.
And before that?
Baldur's Gate, born and raised. The only son of a single father. He wanted one life for me. I chose another. We haven't spoken since I left the city. A classic drama. A staunch father and his rebellious son. Better heard from the bard's lips than mine.
I've noticed you're so not. Did you lose it in battle?
A most vicious one, in fact. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days.
Did I examine the guy more closely?
Tiny grooves spider across the eye's surface. It resembles a sending stone used to confer with distant contacts.
Ooh, do I want to point that out? Isn't your eye a sending stone?
A sending stone? Nothing so special, I assure you.
I think somebody is...
Breathing quickens. His jaw tenses. Will is keeping something from you.
I'm glad
A
I should...
strange sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds, secrets half revealed.
I don't want to force it on him. Let's change the subject.
Gladly. Anything more we should discuss?
What do you think the ultimate potential the Dream Visitor spoke
I think
of?
that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious. But once you've taken a lithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
Need the extra help. Think we accomplish. I don't like any of these. I don't want to, like, convince him into this. I'm only doing it... I don't like the way this is worded. Oh, look at that. That's disadvantage for this one. Interesting. Roll 0, none. What? Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Got it. Didn't need the advantage, but it sure doesn't hurt.
I'm more than a bit wary, I admit. Still, I am the frontier's avowed protector. New dangers require new skills to vanquish them. If the tadpole must be my curse, then let the powers it grants me be the Sword Coast's blessing. I will consume what I must to make it so.
Okay. Here's his dialogue.
This devil Raphael flaunts his paltry wings as if he wants to impress us. You saw the red dragon slaying his infernal kin above hell's fires, did you not? Next to a dragon, the devil's a gnat. When I am Kithrak, I will take my Queen Vlaakith his head as a trophy.
What is that? What is Kithrak?
Githyanki Knights, the riders that chase the Nautiloid. They are the commissars and enforcers of my Queen Vlaakith's will. Vlaakith bestows no greater honor. To wield a Kithrak's silver sword is my destiny. I will earn my Queen's favor, and I will conquer every layer of hell should she command it.
Why are these knights chasing the Mind Flayer's ship?
The Geich are my kind's mortal enemy. It is not unusual for the Kithrak to give chase, to penetrate the hells. This is unusual. But I'm not one to question the wisdom of my queen. I can see but to the horizon. Vlaakith's sight pierces the many planes. Speak.
Are you sure that Crash is our only path to a cure?
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a Zaithisk purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir library. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding.
That kind of wisdom is very valuable.
Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond.
Now see, the cure though, there's two ways of curing a person with a tadpole in their head.
So
removing it or killing them, so.
Chaos and cold fire's rage. The plains are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities.
Not gonna say that. Have you thought about using the tadpole's power?
Mark my words. This power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. Consume all the gate tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to persuade her. So let's talk about something else. That's it. Then just... Actually, I don't think I went to talk to Karlach in general yet.
Hey, soldier.
Sounds like I'll need to fix your engine in some infernal iron.
Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints.
So, about our tadpole powers.
You really did it, huh? Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. And yet, you're more mind flayer than ever. Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this.
It's your choice, but I think that tadpoles make you stronger. Technically it's true, but... yeah.
Do they? I'm not sure either of us can say one way or the other. We don't know what the costs might be just yet.
Oh, I don't want this. Is this talking them into using a tadpole? So I'm actually okay with not happening, but...
How do you do that? Fine. Now.
Yes, we are. Maybe the persuasion is to get them from... Let me see if that dialogue is still open with her. It's to make them accepting of me using the tadpoles. If that's the case, it might actually be important for me to do it.
Speak.
It looks like it, so I might as well do it.
Consume all the gate tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven.
Yeah, she really doesn't want that, but I have a silver tongue.
Perhaps you... No, that's absurd. When the tadpole has stretched to every pore and slithered through every vein, what am I to do then? It won't hear my screams. It won't... My faith in Vlaakith will guide me, and my own might will sustain me. I have no need of this depraved power.
Nice.
You might be right. The Githyanki have long studied Geich and used what we've learned. The Zaithisk itself was devised from such knowledge. The tadpole is perhaps not just a curse, but a weapon I can twist and mold to my advantage. Very well. I will swallow my disgust and avail myself of the
I'm not actually going to give them any of the parasite powers. Like, the only ones that are good, if we look at our illithid powers, are Favorable Beginnings, which gives us a +2 on one attack, which is meh. Luck of the Fireworms once per long rest gives us a free crit. It's great for my build in particular, not really necessary for anyone else. And then after that, there's the ones on here, which is Sonic Backlash, which when an enemy casts a spell, you can do that, which basically can cancel reactions, and then Call the Weak, which potentially gives an insta kill. This is actually might be a problem because, you know, you might kill people you don't want to, so you have to be careful when using it. So, like, other than these 4, and you need this one to get these 2, these aren't actually that good. The really good ones are the ones that are locked out here on the 3rd row, and I won't be doing that. So...
Bloody hells. Literally. Just when I think I've got a grasp on our dilemma, a devil shows up. No matter. We've dealt with every other oddity thrown at us lately. We can handle this one too. Now, as for this Raphael, he knows our secret. He claims he can help. What do you make of him?
Ooh, that's interesting. But no, he's a devil. We shouldn't trust him. Simple as that.
No doubts at all. He seemed powerful and very knowledgeable about our problem. Not the worst prospect we've stumbled across. As long as you can look past what he is.
Yeah, but that's kind of the problem, is you can't really look past what it is. I'm not just going to change my mind.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear. He's clever. My order uses the same tactic when dealing with enemies of Shah. You don't need a scourge or a rack to break people. Fear and self-doubt is sufficient. When actual pain comes, the victim's already done the heavy lifting for their torturer. There were no right answers with that devil. He was toying with his food. Us.
Okay. I'm so glad I made the right decision then.
Perhaps you didn't. See? Sowing doubt is an old trick. Watch out for it. And for Raphael.
Yeah, we'll do this.
What's on
This
your
is the only one
mind?
that has this conversation. Never mind, we already did that. Okay, so... I think that's it in terms of getting everyone prepped.
I want to have a word.
This vessel is at thy disposal.
Wait for me at my camp.
Thou art...
So the thing is that that's a concentration spell, so it goes away. But that's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like this. Pop a hard save. And end the day.
Simple enough.
Yes, I want to end the day. Oh boy.
Hell's fire. She's coming.
Probably should have thought of this and not kicked her out. Let's see.
Well, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it. Anyone but her.
Let me guess. Will's patron?
Handler's the word, if it's all the same. My pup here's been unruly. And his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlach's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlach, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless,
Yeah.
and the soulless.
Bingo, right there. Read the
Karlach
fine
meets the
print.
criteria by virtue of having no heart.
If I remember right, it's you better not lay a finger on her. I think. Was it above these? Hold on one second. Yeah, it's you better not lay a finger on her.
Don't you worry. That ship has long sailed the Styx. But a defiant pup must still pay his price. To wit.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade. Karlach, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
Okay. Well, here's hoping that I don't have a lot of charisma checks to do. I should always just do Eagle Splitter before
I'll be honest,
arrest.
soldier, I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
Yeah, advice picture that was super dangerous or very stupid, says the guy who made a pact with the deep old one to Cthulhu.
Wouldn't be courage without the risk, would it? I'll figure out a way to make it up to him. What are heroes like? Swords? Shields? Shiny things?
Probably a friend, like, to be honest. Is that it, really?
Soldier?
You seem to know each other. How?
We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter.
Hey, you were level 3.
She favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted.
Do you think she'll keep coming after you?
I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
I can see why you were so keen to escape.
No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
Okay, let me go talk to everybody else.
May the darkness protect you.
Oh, I never talked to Asterion. I just totally passed over him.
Now, shop around, he said, and he might be right. We've had no luck so far.
He's not. We still have options.
Maybe. But he reminds me of... Well, someone I used to know. Someone I like to play with people. You're a warlock. You understand how dangerous the wrong deal can be.
I do. We can never fall in the trap he's planning. Or we can handle him, yeah? He's only a camp. I mean, he seems pretty powerful given that he could just teleport us to the 9 hells. But yeah, this one.
Indeed, we can't. We have to figure out what's happening. Why we aren't changing. What's planned? If we can answer those questions. Need something?
Tell me about
What's
yourself.
to tell? I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's
A magistrate vampire? Let's talk to Lae'Zel.
Speak.
Gods damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
You warned me about Raphael Page Mizora. What a fraud. No. The Bladed Frontiers have some explaining to do. She's a devil, hardly paragon of honesty. You've been turned a devil as appropriate punishment, I'd say. Good luck she didn't take your soul when she came.
I'd count my lucky stars for it, but I reckon luck is on holiday. I'm only alive because my patron still has use for me. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds, but I promise you, every
you get
thrust
weaker?
of my blade
Is
and
that
every
the implication?
flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
You should get out of this pact.
A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to.
So this seems redundant given that I said she could take your skull. It's like, there must be some loophole that in the contract that lets you out.
There could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved itself upon my memory. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads.
We can beat her if we put our worms together. Oh my god, it's so...
I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. A farmer made a deal that we can learn a lot from fairy tales. Don't you think?
Oh, interesting.
That's because you
wow,
still
I got
have
it again.
And then you might, but the devil... Well met.
How did you get involved?
The one little question that put me out of house and home. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word. Well met.
How does it feel to be a devil?
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see?
No, I'm not gonna flirt. Freak of nature, no. The frontiers, a friend is touched by hells, I don't want to make it. No, I see the blade of the frontier, no more, no less.
It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again.
Okay. Well, this ended up being quite the episode. Just discussing, but I'm gonna finish my long rest. And that works out because there's stuff to do after. And this might trigger something.
Psst. Hey, soldier. You aren't asleep, are you? I'm buzzing, honestly. I couldn't wait to talk to you. Isn't it mad? How good life is.
I admire autism, is it that good? I mean, like, with my character, he was great. I mean, I don't know, my character's probably having a lot of fun right now. So, yeah. Oh yeah, when I look at you, it's all I can think about. Oh, is this flirting? Sure.
Thank the gods. I was afraid I was the only one. 10 years is a long time to be trapped in the hells. 10 years without a kind word. A touch. When I look at you, I feel real again. Alive. Gods, I want to ride you till you see stars.
Holy cow. Okay. Okay, so this one is obvious. You know, Minspers to you. Obviously not 5, but 1 through 3. I'm really curious as to what these do, and I'm gonna look this up because I don't want to mess this up. Well, that gave me a whole lot of nothing. You don't mince words, do you?
Guess not. I just feel what I feel. No sense hiding it.
We need to find a solution to the Infernal Engine problem first. Like, I'd say this in jest, but no. This, I'm worried that that would, like, end zone, but I don't think it would. But we need to find a solution to the Infernal Engine problem first.
I know. What I want and what I can have are two very different things. I'm just... combustible. 10 years is a long time without anyone's touch but my own. And when I look at you, I just feel explosive.
Sure, how about a kiss?
I'll turn you to charcoal. Guaranteed.
We'll make it quick.
We can try, but don't hurt those pretty lips of yours, all right? They feature heavily in my future plans. Wait, no!
It's okay, I'm a paladin.
Are you all right?
Yeah, worth it.
You have no idea. If I weren't so worried about killing you, I'd be in a puddle on the floor. So, what do we do now?
Let's talk. I know a little about you.
Please. My life is an instant mood killer. And I'm enjoying this mood. Maybe even a little too much. I better head back to my bunk. You might not be able to touch me, but you give me a lot to think about.
Oh, okay. Have fun. Okay. So we'll see where this goes. I'm not sure what the exact, if you haven't noticed, I'm going for the harem route. By that I don't mean necessarily I go for all three, but I would go for one. And like, as a person, I'm more in line for Karlach, Shadowheart than Lae'Zel. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I need to do some prep by getting Gale in the party and doing a long strategy before we venture out for the day ahead. So I'll cut the video off here. Thank you very much for watching, and God bless.